Good morning, everyone. Good morning. As always, I am cutting it close to getting to the radio station on time. I had so much going on doing show prep this morning that I lost track of time. There's so much happening. But I was very happy, okay, because there's the radio station where I work is on the county line, Broward County and Palm Beach County here in Florida. And Palm Beach County is with the rest of Florida so far as the reopening, and Broward County is more liberal and they're behind. And the Starbucks, these are ridiculous signs of the times, but there's certain things that you can look at to gauge whether or not we're back to normal. I'll put the window up and the air on. And the Starbucks of Palm Beach County, they're now opening every day of the week. Weekends not so, but during the weekdays opening at 5:30 in the morning, which is their normal scheduled time. And Broward County, they don't want to open. They don't even want to open. And it's just, right down the street is the next county, because you got a more liberal government, more conservative government, just a mile apart, 2 miles apart. And they're still dealing with, like it's 2 months ago, 2 miles from here. So I was very happy to see that my local Starbucks is opening up at 5:30 in the morning, because that means we're back to a normal schedule and that they have enough customers also coming in at that hour of the morning to get coffee, where a couple months ago, so many people were working at home and so many things were shut down, they didn't have customers at that hour. So I know it seems ridiculous, but but there are lots of gauges as to what's going on. I'll look at the chat when I stop at a red light, although I haven't gotten stopped by a red light yet. So I got a lot going on that I'm going to talk about on the radio. This morning. One of the things is CBS News interviewed a guy who worked with George Floyd and the cop at that bar. And they interviewed him, so I'm going to play. They just had a little tiny clip of him, but it's very important little piece of information. So I'm going to talk about that. Play a little bit of Biden. Just a week ago, they were saying that the President Trump had a photo op at that. What was Biden doing? If that isn't a photo op, I don't know what is. Hey, Neil. See, now this is another example that we're back to normal. See, I'm taking a different way to work than I normally do, okay? And the way I'm taking to work is in Palm Beach County, the more conservative county. The way I normally take is the liberal county. And I can tell right now, I haven't driven on this road in a long time at this hour of the morning. I can tell right now that traffic is much heavier in Palm Beach than in Broward. It's absolutely amazing at this early hour of the morning. And the road I'm going on leads to I-95, and these are mostly people that are heading to I-95 to either go north or south, to Broward, Miami, or north. And so that tells us, as I'm in darkness here, I'm here, that things are getting back to normal. Very much so. But I am running a little bit behind. I'm about probably 10, 15 minutes behind where I'd like to be. I'll still be on the air on time. I got 21 minutes, but I'd like to be in the studio right now setting up. Now I'll be setting up until I click the microphone on. I think I'm going to get on 95. That might shave off a minute or two of my time. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. I'll be on the radio in 20 minutes. 21 minutes. Oh, 20 minutes. Clock just changed. Here's a red light. Okay. I'll read the chat here at the red light, guys. If it stays red. guys. Got a minute here. Let me read through this real quick. Oh, you gotta bring yeah, exactly. Well, I you know, yesterday I went through this on the radio. There's a CNN poll that has Biden up like 14 points or something. You've heard these polls. It's a poll of registered voters, a little more than 1,200 registered voters. And I looked in the methodology, and in their own methodology, CNN said that they oversampled African Americans by 250. So that doesn't mean that they surveyed 250 black people. That means in the breakdown of the pollsters, they oversampled African Americans. Oh, my goodness. You know, first off, registered voters is not a scientific poll anyway, but they oversample during a week of major racial unrest. They oversample by 250 black people in a presidential poll like that. What do they expect? You know, the result. Of course, he's going to be. You know, come on. That's why anytime you see one of these mainstream media polls, you have to go and look at the methodology of the poll. And that will reveal a lot. I mean, so I totally debunked that. Maybe I should review that again when I go on. And I'll tell you the video of Biden, you know, Biden's video address at the funeral yesterday. If you watch the audio, if you watch the video of Biden yesterday, I'm going to play one clip from it on the radio. But if you want, I'm going to talk about this on the air too. That was not live. That was pre-recorded with Joe Biden, and there's a lot of editing that went on. You can tell the editing, and they tried to hide the editing. They didn't pass it off as live. I think it was probably, that's the red light in front of me. Everyone knew it was recorded, but the amount of editing was unbelievable. And what I saw on the edits is you'll see a change, either a close-up. All of a sudden, it'll be a close-up, or it'll be further back. You know, they tried to hide the edits by a close-up or pulling back. But he could not even read that little memorial service message without doing heavy editing. And I imagine if they were editing, they were doing different takes, too. And I noticed they also had dramatic music in the background also, which helped, you know, make him sound more together. So I'm going to get on I-95 here. I'm only going to go one exit because I'm really cutting it close here. But any time I can shave off right now. Starbucks should open up at 5 a.m., right? I mean, what, you know, people need coffee at 5 a.m., not this 5:30, but Starbucks never opens up before 5:30. Right over here where I'm driving right now, about 12 years ago, I had a massive car accident. I was almost killed. I got on right here. I don't like driving it. And about right where I'm at now, I got into an accident where I was almost killed about 12 years ago. It was rush hour in the afternoon. I get on the on-ramp, and it was a parking lot. The cars were stopped. I was right there in that spot, and I had my Mini Cooper. I had a brand new Mini Cooper, and this girl came flying down 95, and she hit me. She was going about 75 miles an hour when she hit me, and I wasn't moving, right in the driver's side door. And when the paramedics came and everything, I couldn't tell them my name or my age or anything. It was really bad. Luckily, that Mini Cooper, British engineering, right? Well, actually Mini Coopers are BMWs now, made by BMW. But that Mini Cooper saved my life. That car was so well made. It was totaled, but not the inside. Other than the airbags deploying, the inside was like brand new, but the outside was totally torched. 75 miles an hour, right? I saw her coming, and I couldn't move because I was boxed in, and that was it. That was it. I thought said my goodbyes. I did a prayer. I thought I was dead. Knocked me out too. The girl that hit me woke me up through the broken window. Stuck her head in the broken window to ask if I was okay. You know? Then she tried to blame me for the accident. I couldn't believe. That's how it is. That was a bad one. Might have actually been 15 years ago, come to think of it. I think it was maybe 14, 15 years ago. It's been that long. Oh, I'm glad I'm okay too. I was really lucky. Very lucky. If I wasn't in that Mini Cooper, oh man. That Mini Cooper saved me. Those are well-made vehicles. My wife wants to get another one. So we had a Mini Cooper when they were new here. You know, they were now everybody has a Mini Cooper. That's when they were first out, you know, and it was all hipster to have one and cool. Now everybody has a Mini Cooper. Not so special anymore. I guess Teslas, but I can't afford a Tesla. I had a deal once. Many years ago, before I was married, I worked at this radio station, and we had a car dealership sponsor. And I had a deal like you wouldn't believe. This was an unbelievable thing. Every week, it was for about a year, they gave me, the car dealership gave me a brand new car to drive every week. Every Friday, they would bring me a new car and deliver it to the radio station, filled with gas, brand new car, every day, every week for a year. And I really didn't even have to buy gas because the car would have a full tank of gas. And, you know, rarely did I even have to buy gas. I'd be on E by the time they came to bring me the new car, but that was such a great deal. Except one week they brought me a minivan. That wasn't too much fun. I said, no more minivans. But you know, I had convertibles and everything else. It was really nice. It was one of those car dealerships that has different, you know, like different vehicles, you know, different cars, you know, like Chrysler and Jeep, and they had all kinds of, you know, it was like a bunch of dealerships in one, so I got a variety of cars. It's pretty awesome. Wish I had a deal like that now. With Tesla, it'd be nice to have it. Well, I'd take it with anybody, actually. It'd be nice. It was like having a loaner. Well, it was what exactly it was. It was a loaner. That's what the managers get at car dealerships. Every week they get a new loaner. Come on, people. This is really cutting it close. I'm close to the radio station now, so it's not that far. See, this is...
Which is the only real money left in the world.
This is the gold report from yesterday's show. So it's the end of yesterday's show.
That
is absolutely...
So that's the end of yesterday's show, and I'm still in my car down the street from the radio station. I'll have to play our Trump song a little bit longer today than I normally would, that's all. That's how I'll make up for my tardiness. It's Starbucks. If Starbucks opened up at 5, I would be, instead of 5:30, it'd be easier for me. That 5:30 is just cutting it a little close for me. At the radio station, get my coffee and my iPad. I'll take you guys with me in. Got my iPad. Oh yeah, Al Sharpton, they're bringing out all these old timers. Who are they gonna bring out next? The Rolling Stones and the Who? I mean, you know. They're bringing out all these old timers. Got my keys. Don't want to lock my keys in the car. So I got to go up to the 5th floor, which is the top floor of this building. All right. This elevator is slow as molasses. And a bunch of studios down there, but I'm over this way. Hey, running late.
I was getting worried.
Yeah. Okay. Hey guys, now I got to set up. You guys, you can watch me set up. It'll take me a few minutes. So he was getting worried. Yeah, I know. I know. Hey, Jack. This is a folder. It has all the sponsor information. And you know, it's funny you say you can't watch TV. I'm going to start talking about the TV news first thing when I get on the air. I want to do a new feed for the show. I'm only going to keep this going for a few more minutes here, so I'm setting up. Let me make sure I got that. Let's see. I mistakenly marked today's audio Thursday, even though it's Wednesday. Okay, I played that yesterday. I played that. I might play Drew Brees again and Roger Goodell. Okay, play that. Yesterday. I'm deleting my audio sound bites from yesterday. I've got new sound bites for today. Yeah, you know, I remember when I was a kid, I cared so much what celebrities. By the way, I'll say this on the other one. Let's see here. Here's Biden. The funeral. Floyd's co-worker, Terry McAuliffe, talking about Biden. The View wants to give Biden or Kopernik the Nobel Peace Prize. See, I've got all the audio sound bites on my flash drive at home. I did all the editing. Minutes. All right. Have to turn on our phones. Okay, I've got the phones turned on. I'm almost good to go. I'm almost good to go, and it's 3 minutes till 6. I made it. I made it. Those baristas aren't going to make me late. This is the stand I use for the yeah, your scatterbrain. See, this is show you guys the setup. This is what I use to hold the phone. So this is the setup that I have. And that's where I stand. Steve's mic's on the other side. Okay. Floor, beautiful carpet, huh? But that's where I stand. And I have that chair back there that I don't use. It is easier, so I don't have so many things. And then I just put this clock here the other day, so the clock is 10 seconds slow. There's the delay, and there's the audio sound bites that I'm going to play today. Biden says it's time for racial justice. Drew Brees apology. Little typo there on Floyd and cop co-worker. Liberal girl, little typo there because I'm doing it so early. You know, there's typos on my sound bites. That's okay. And there's the phone. And then here's the view from the other side. You know, because I don't have... This studio is only used by us during the week, and then somebody else uses it on the weekend. But this is this is a radio station. People are in and out all of the time. And I don't trust putting the Trump flag up that it'll stay here. You know what I mean? All right, guys, I'm going to sign off, but I'm going to sign right back on in a couple minutes for the show, all right? Subscribe if you don't already, and click the notification bell. I'll see you guys in just a couple minutes.